Good morning. Happy Thursday. I woke up convinced it was Friday. Like, I started getting ready and everything. I was like, oh, I can wear jeans, I can wear my Crocs. Like, it doesn't matter, it's Friday. I don't have to do anything today. It's Thursday. And that's happened like every day this week. Pretty much every day this week, I've come to school thinking it was Friday, which is the worst thing ever. And then yesterday on the announcements at the end of the day, so we have a bus driver shortage. So pretty much every day they're making an announcement right before the end of the day about which buses are like picking up for other buses. Like, it's just a whole mess. And so at the end of that little report, they said, have a great spring break, which just reinforced in my head that yesterday was Friday. But it's fine. And then I come in today, and the person who was in my room left it in great condition, so I'm not complaining about that. However, someone's been in my house. You know what I mean? The seat's at a different height. My computer was wrong. Everything's been slightly rearranged. I had 2 desks that were broken. They are currently being used, and I don't know which 2 desks they are. Like, the wheel fell off. So I don't know if this person fixed it or if they just turned it upside down, like turned it back normal and, living on a prayer. But now I have too many desks. And anyway, today we are writing exponential functions given a table or graph. In both scenarios, just put it on Desmos. I don't get to teach anymore. Like, I'm not teaching. Everything that I teach is just, do it on Desmos. Do it on Desmos. And it breaks my heart because I love the art of math, okay? I love the steps. I love the solving process. I love all of that. And I'm not getting to teach it because they would not retain it. And because test scores matter so much. Anyway, we're going to try and make the best of this Thursday. My camera's about to die, so just the cherry on top. So my camera battery did die. Y'all are now on my phone. I'm so sorry. I know the quality is terrible. I thought I had a charger for my camera. Left it at home. Then I was like, oh, the Chromebook charger should work because that's, USB-C. It's not working. I don't know why not, but it's not working. So camera is dead. Let us know yesterday that our panorama results are in. So I'm gonna check those, and I wanted y'all to be here when I check them. The panorama, again, is basically the results of the survey that students took about a couple different things. So let's see. Classroom rigorous expectations, 76% favorable, which is pretty much what I got last year. Pedagogical effectiveness, which is how much I know my content, basically. 76% favorable, again, about what I got last year. Classroom teacher-student relationships, 66%, about what I got last year. And then classroom engagement. Classroom engagement is always low for math. I got 49% favorable, which is lower than it used to be. I think last year, 54%. And my first year teaching, I got 57%. So overall, I've gone down. My first year teaching, I had the best results. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe those kids just loved me. I don't know what that means overall. I guess I have to average them, which if my highest is 76, my lowest is 49, I'm probably in the 60s, which is good. That's pretty good for high school math. But let me see what I need for TIA. So I just have to have above 60% favorable overall, which I have. Oh, I was gonna use my calculator to average this, but y'all are my calculator right now. Okay, so let's see. So 67. 67% favorable. Why not? Why not? That is absolutely crazy because 6-7 is just following me. Turns out I read 67 books in 2025, and now I have 67% favorable. It's fine. But okay, sweet. Yay. That makes me happy. I don't actually care. I'm just nosy. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't stressing about the results. I was just curious. Okay, I just want to read you the questions that the students are asked for classroom engagement because this is ridiculous. 1, how excited are you about going to this class? They're in high school. They're not excited about any class. And 2, they hate math. So how excited are you about going to this class? Cool. In this class, how eager are you to participate? They're high schoolers. They don't want to participate. How often do you get so focused on class activities that you lose track of time? Which, can I just say, that happens pretty frequently for my students. Like, there have been so many times where I give them like a 10-minute warning to the end of class and they're like, no way, class is over? So, can't believe I only got 42% favorably. Anyway. And then overall, how interested are you in this class? Which was my highest or my most favorable result of all 4 of those questions. Let's just go through all the questions, shall we? Classroom teacher-student relationships. Yeah, so I've been steady at about the 66% for every year. If you came back to visit class 3 years from now, how excited would this teacher be to see you? How respectful is this teacher towards you? When your teacher asks how you are doing, how often do you feel that your teacher is really interested in your answer? If you walked into class upset, how concerned would your teacher be? And how excited would you be to have this teacher again? Which some of these kids have already had me twice. Pedagogical effectiveness. I don't know why they think that students can... Oh! Thank you. Wow. How much does this teacher know about the topic of her class? 100% favorably. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. How interesting does this teacher make what you're learning? How often does this teacher give you feedback that helps you learn during class? How good is this teacher at making sure students do not get out of control? How clearly does the teacher present information? How well can this teacher tell whether you understand a topic? How good is this teacher at teaching in a way that you personally learn best? How comfortable are you asking questions? How much have you learned from this teacher? Classroom rigorous expectations. Okay, I just want you to know that my first year teaching, I was 83%. I had high standards, high expectations. And again, I'm not going to go over these because it's just rigor, and I got all in the 70s and 80s. Okay. See, as much as I love data, I know that data doesn't necessarily do anything for me because the students didn't really take it seriously. They told me, oh, I answered all good for you. And I'm like, but were you answering honestly? And also, did they actually understand the questions? These kids can't read. You know what I mean? Some of those questions were weird. And you have to answer like all the time, sometimes. I don't really take that seriously. But again, get to know. I like looking at data. It's the end of the day. Made it. So, since today was the last actual day of teaching that I'm doing this 9 weeks, it is time to update my student binder. So this binder is what I use as my absent bin. So I have 5 folders in the front that are Monday through Wednesday. What the heck? Monday through Friday. And then I have more folders in the back that are separated by week. So if a student was absent, they come and find, if they were absent on Wednesday, they open the Wednesday folder and grab whatever it was. And then when it comes to things like notebook checks, or maybe they're absent for a day and they forget about it until later, they have to go back and find what they missed, they can go into each different week folder. So I'm going to be organizing this, which also means I need to be organizing this monster. I will also be updating this, which has all of the extra copies that I did not end up using this year. The idea is to be able to use them next year. Will I though? Guess I'll find out next year.
Because I graded already. I wrote down all the.
I'm organizing. It's the end of
Procrastinating.
What?
We
Wait.
came to
Oh,
procrastinate.
good. Good morning. I can finally say it. Happy Friday.
It's Friday, Friday.
This whole week has felt like Friday, and it's finally here, and I am thrilled. But let's, real quick, play a guessing game. What time do you think I left this school yesterday? Go ahead, guess. 5:45. And listen, I'm not going to say it's not my fault, because obviously it's my fault. But me and Adriana, we're both co-leads. She's my teacher bestie. We are tasked with getting together with biology to plan this like blitz day, which basically the other grade levels are going to be testing. So they need to do something with the ninth graders. So they're going to basically put them through stations of review. Now, for biology, that makes sense because they only see their kids every other day. For algebra, we see them every single day. We will have done so much review at that point. It's like the week before STAR. So we're not gonna try and cram even more math. So we're just doing like chill stuff. Like I think we're going to the gym to play, and then we're going to the band hall to watch a movie or something like that. So that being said, we had to kind of plan out the logistics of it, and holy crap, look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Adriana took the other 2 or 3 with her. That's how many pages it took for us to figure out what the heck we're doing. Because we were saying the same thing, but in different ways, and it just wasn't, and we thought we were going crazy. So I can throw all of this away because we figured it out. We were overcomplicating it big time. But yesterday, my camera battery died, so I didn't want to do my daily brain games. So we get to do 2 today. Okay, this one is yesterday's. It's the word scrambler. If you have been here, you know I like to cover up the, I already know it. I like to cover up the hint because I think it makes it too easy when I have the hint. I know what it is. I saw literally 1 word or 2 words. I saw scrap and I saw disposal. And the fact that it starts with a J, I know it's junkyard. And it threw me off at first because the circles mark vowels and they are counting Y as a vowel in this case. But it's definitely junkyard. Yes. All right, next, root it out. Start with letter T in our machines. Okay, machines is way too broad of a category. Because is that like, could that be telephone? Like, what is a machine? Is a Toyota a machine? What the heck is a machine? It's too broad. Do you know what I mean? Like am I overthinking this? Tractor? Transformer? Is that a machine? I'm gonna say a telephone. I mean, time machine. You know what I mean? A television. Why do I feel like none of these are right? A machine. A typewriter. That's my 5. I don't. Okay. Toaster. Yeah. Tablet. Tractor. Typewriter. Telephone. Timer. Truck. And train. Do y'all think I won? Well, give me a half credit. Half credit. That one just threw me off for some reason. Let me know in the comments if you were also thrown off by how generic machine was, or was I overthinking it? On the agenda for today is not much, because it's the day before spring break, so we're gonna be watching a movie. I think I'm going to put on Princess Bride, because I think that movie is iconic and I don't think any of my students have seen it. Before we start the movie, I want to do a very quick worksheet with them because they still get confused on domain and range, and I haven't done much domain and range with exponentials. So I do want to go over that paper really quick and then watch the movie, and that will give everyone else time to work on any missing assignments, like last minute missing assignments, because I'm finalizing grades during my conference today. I made it to spring break, you guys. I cannot believe it. Wow, what a time, what a day. Today was honestly chill. I did just like a very mini lesson on domain and range of exponential functions, and then we watched a movie. In my second and fourth period, we watched The Princess Bride because it's a classic and they need to be educated. But my third period requested Rio, so we watched Rio there. I gave everyone an opportunity to get any missing work done, taken care of, so they could pass my class. And it was shocking the number of students that decided not to take advantage of that time and who decided to just goof off or completely, they just didn't do anything. So I was like, okay, I officially have no more guilty feelings about failing you, because it's not me who failed you, it's you. You failed yourself. You were given so many opportunities and you just wasted them all. So, sorry, not sorry. The number of papers that I was given today that were just scribbled on, like they just wrote down random numbers, I guess, hoping that I wouldn't notice. Like, yeah, I'm not necessarily grading everything for accuracy, but I'm gonna look at it and make sure that it at least looks like you tried. But I got like 5 or 6 papers today that were just crap. One of the students was honest with me and he was like, yeah, Miss Adams, I was panicking, so I just wrote some stuff down. I don't even know if it's right. I don't even know what it is. And I was like, well, thanks for being honest. But all you others, what is this? Oh my gosh, I hate driving in the school area because people just stop everywhere and pick up kids. There's just cars stopped in the middle of the road. And then there's fools like me who are trying to multitask while driving. Finalized grades. I had a lot of students fail. It is what it is. Started looking or planning our star review, like for serious. Cop on a motorbike pulling someone over. Yeah, I started planning out star review for realsies, and we did in fact scrap our entire plan that we had because we just didn't like it. So we made a new one, and I went ahead and found like all of the release star questions and linked them to each topic, and we have a plan. So I'm actually looking forward to that. You guys know I love planning. I don't know if I showed you my earrings today, but it says happy last day of school because it's the last day of this 9 weeks. And everyone who saw my earrings made sure to tell me that it was not in fact the last day of school. And I was like, you have no imagination. You have to find the positives, you know what I mean? You gotta make opportunities. Anyway, I am 75% of the way through with this school year, and wow, it has been a ride. And not to get emotional, but I do feel like I found a really good, I think I found my sweet spot. If you've been around long enough, last year I was talking a lot about just not feeling like I belonged and not knowing if this was the right move for me, the right place for me. And my mom told me that I just have to find my sweet spot. 7th grade was not my sweet spot. High school is. It's just a complete night and day difference between this year and last year and the past 2 years, honestly. I enjoy my job for the most part. I don't come home feeling drained beyond belief. I love the people I work with. I love my students. I mean, I loved my students the past 2 years too. 7th graders are so fun, but high school is just more my speed. So thanks for sticking around if you made it to the end of this vlog. Thanks for watching. If you are also going on spring break, have a happy spring break, or, just a happy week doing whatever it is that you're doing. See ya in the next one. Mwah. Bye.